All right, hello everybody. My name is Emily. I'm going to be your instructor today and I'm going to be taking you through a 45-minute body sculpt class. If you are unfamiliar with body sculpt or you've never taken a body sculpt class, it is a 45-minute full body workout. We're going to be going through 3 different sections, an arm section, a leg section, and a core section. And of course, starting with a warm-up and ending with a cool down. So we're gonna go ahead and warm that body up, get it ready for this great workout today. So if you wanna go ahead and stand up and join me wherever you are, we are going to start out just with a spinal flexion. So we're gonna go down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, big shoulder roll at the top. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, cut it in half for 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2 more here. It's 4, 3, 2, 1 more, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, we're just gonna take it to some arm swings now, warming up those arms, trying to warm up every major muscle group and part of the body that we will be working today. Just letting loose, shaking it out, waking that body up. Good, and then take them up and down like we are a bird trying to take off for flight. Continuing to warm up those arms. I will be giving you guys water breaks throughout this class, but of course, if at any point in time you feel like you need to take one, go ahead and do that, whatever is most comfortable for you. Good, all right, we'll take it to some butt kickers now. Warming up those legs. And I will not be playing music throughout this class because it interferes with the sound, but of course, if you want to listen to your own music, you can go ahead and do that. All right, take it to some high knees. Good, keep it going. All right, take it to some hip rotations, warming up those hip flexors. Super important to remember to warm those up when we're going to work out our legs. Good, and then continuing with some hip circles, or as SpongeBob SquarePants would call it, bringing it around town. Good. All right, throwing in a little bit of cardio here. We're gonna do some in and out squats. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it out in a squat stance, touch the ground, tap those feet together, and then take it to the ground with the other hand. We always want to remember with squats, some of those form cues, so we never want those knees to go past those toes. We want to keep that chest raised high and that back flat. Of course, using that core to do so. Good, a few more here. All right, take it to some grass sweeps, warming up those hamstrings now. Straightening out that front leg with a slight bend in that standing leg. All right, and finishing out with some arm circles. Just giving those arms some more love, warming them up. Good, and make them bigger. And send them backwards, starting out small. And make them bigger. I hope everyone is having a fabulous week and a great day so far. I'm glad you're tuning in for a little workout today with me. So thank you for that. All right, you can go ahead and grab some water super quick. We're gonna be moving on into our first section today, which is gonna be the leg section. And you can go ahead and meet me on that mat to start. We're actually going to be starting the leg section today with some glute activation, which is super important, I think, in starting a leg workout. So that's what we are going to be starting with today. So, first movement for the legs, we are going to take it to some glute bridges. So you can go ahead and grab one of your weights if you'd like. And you're just gonna lie flat on that back with those legs propped up, and you're gonna put that weight, if you are using one, on your hips. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna bring those hips up, really squeezing those glutes at the top of the movement. We're going to continue to do this for 30 seconds. So if you want to go ahead and join me, we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Again, really squeezing those glutes at the top of this movement. If you do not want to use a weight, you do not have to. Or if you want to add a second weight, if you're feeling crazy, you can go ahead and do that as well. Good, keep it going. All right, added challenge here. If you'd like to take it, you can go ahead and lift one of those legs up for a single leg glute bridge. Good. And switch it to that other leg. If you're like, Emily, I really hate this single leg, you can go ahead and continue to do this movement with both legs. Again, whatever is most comfortable for you today. Good, go ahead, set those legs down. You can actually set that weight down as well. We're going ahead and flipping it on the other side. So we're going to be here in all fours, and what we're going to do is we are going to do some donkey kicks. So, and you can also, if you'd like an added challenge here, you can grab a resistance band and put it across those two legs if you would like some more resistance. So for these donkey kicks, you're just going to send one leg up into the air as high as you can, really focusing on trying to keep those hips square, those shoulders stacked over those wrists, and the hips stacked over the knees. We will be here for 45 seconds, starting with that left side in 3, 2, 1. We should eventually be starting to feel this in our glutes, our booty muscles. Good work, keep it up. Again, trying to keep those hips square. And of course, through all of these movements today, we want to really focus on that breathing, making sure we're never holding that breath. Go ahead, pulse it out at the top of the movement here. We always want to breathe through these movements. Good, 3, 2, 1. Switching over to that right leg. Beautiful, keep it up. Good, and pulsing it out at the top here, as high as you can get that leg. Good, last 2 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, good. Next we're gonna take it to some fire hydrants. So very similar to those donkey kicks we were just doing, except we're going to be sending that leg outward. Again, we've got 45 seconds each side here, starting in 3, 2, 1. Should be starting to feel a little bit of a burn here in those glutes. It's a good thing. We want to embrace that burn. It means we're working hard. Good, keep it up. All right, last 15 here, similar to the donkey kicks, you're gonna pulse it out here. I know it's starting to burn for me. I'm right there with you. All right, 3, 2, 1, straight into that right leg. Good, a few more seconds here. Pulsing it out at the top again for the last 15. Three, 2, 1, good. You can go ahead and grab water here if you need to. Super important to remember to hydrate that body. Hydrate or dehydrate. All right, next we are going to lay down on one side and we are going to be doing some leg raises and some variations of leg raises. So again, if you would like to use a resistance band here, you can. If not, that's also fine. We are just going to start out with a basic leg raise, sending that top leg up into the air. You can go ahead and join me in 3, 2, 1. Again, breathing through these movements, super important. All right, watch my change here. We're gonna send that leg, tap it in the front, and then tap it in the back behind that other leg. Again, just continuing to work those glutes here. This is a very glute-focused leg workout today. All right, watch my change one last time. You're gonna plant that leg in the front, and you're actually gonna lift that other leg. In 3, 2, 1. Good, go ahead, switch to that other side. Same thing on this side, going straight into it in 3, 2, 1. Again, starting out with that regular leg raise. Good, nice work, keep it up. All right, tapping it once in the front and then once in the back. Breathing here, remembering to breathe. Good, and finishing out with planting that leg in the front and raising that other leg. Beautiful, almost done here. Keep it up, last few seconds. 3, 2, 1, good, all right. Last movement down on the mat for the leg section. We are going to take it up. You can go ahead and grab those weights for me if you'd like. If not, you can always leave those weights. You can do any of these movements without weights if you'd like. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take those weights up onto your shoulders, and we're actually gonna do some sumo squats. So you're gonna take a wide squat stance. So this feet a little bit wider than hip distance. You're gonna keep those toes slightly pointed outward, and you're just going to take it down into a sumo squat. Remembering those cues that we talked about in the warm-up earlier. So keeping that chest high, that back flat, and keeping those knees behind those toes. We will be here, starting out for 30 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1. And as always, remembering to breathe here. General rule, we want to always exhale on that effort or whenever we fight gravity. So in this case, we want to exhale when we are coming back up to the top of this movement. All right, pulse it out at the bottom of this movement here. If this is uncomfortable, you can continue to do those regular squats. You do not have to pulse here. Just a little added challenge. All right, now we're gonna static hold. And if you really want an extra challenge, go ahead and raise those heels one at a time. Oh, I know it burns in those quad muscles. We are almost done. In 3, 2, 1, nice work. Last movement for the leg section today, and then we're gonna move on to those arms. We're just gonna do some basic calf raises. So, holding on to those weights, just gonna plant those feet, and you're gonna lift those heels up. We got 45 here, starting in 3, 2, 1. Of course, working those calf muscles, as you could imagine, by the name of the exercise, calf raises. Little change from the quad muscles we were working with those sumo squats, so the front of the leg muscles. Good modification. If you'd like an extra challenge, you can try and keep those heels from ever touching the ground. Feeling that good burn here in those calves. Good, just a few more seconds here. Finishing in 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Go ahead, drop those weights, grab water, grab your breath, whatever you need to do. And we will be moving on to the arm section next. All right, so for this arm section, we are going to break it up into a couple different sets. So 3 exercises in each set. First time we go through them, we're gonna do 45 seconds each. After we do those first 3, we're gonna go back and do each for 20 seconds for a minute straight. So, first exercise of that first set, we are going to start out with a bicep curl into a shoulder press. So this feet about hip distance apart, toes pointed forward. You're gonna face those palms forward, and you're going to bring it up to a regular bicep curl, and then send it up into a shoulder press. And just alternate between those two. We got 45 here, starting in 3, 2, 1. Super important for any kind of standing exercise. You always want to keep a slight bend in those knees, never locking those legs out. And for these bicep curls, you really want to focus on isolating those biceps, not using that body to lift the weight up. And also keeping that back in line. We don't want to arch that back to help us get the weight up. We want to try and keep it flat, using that core to help us do so. Good, all right, last 15 here. You're gonna cut the shoulder press. You're just gonna do some bicep curls, but you're gonna slow them down. So a tempo descent. We got it for 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 2 more, come on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, 4, 3, 2, nice work. All right, next movement for this first set, we're going to take it up here to those cactus arms like we were in those shoulder presses, and you're just going to rotate so that those palms face in towards your face. Again, we got another 45 here. In 3, 2, 1. Just like this first movement, we are working those shoulder muscles, and in that first movement, of course, working those biceps as well. Good. Remembering to breathe here. Never want to hold that breath. Good, keep it going, keep pushing. You just got a little bit longer. Finishing out in 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Go ahead, set one of those weights down if you'd like for this last movement for this first set. We're just going to take it to an overhead tricep extension. So bringing that weight up over your head, trying to keep those elbows in close to the ears, and you're just gonna lower that weight down. Just like those other two, we got another 45 here. In 3, 2, 1. Again, keeping a slight bend in those knees. And keeping those elbows in close to the ears. Working those tricep muscles here, the back of the arm muscles. Y'all breaking a sweat yet? Yeah? Working hard. We love to see it. All right, last 2 seconds here. Finishing out in 3, 2, 1. Set those weights down super quick break. Like we talked about, we're gonna go back and do each of those 3 exercises we just did for 20 seconds this time, cutting the time. So we got 1 minute straight of those 3 exercises, starting with those bicep curls into the shoulder press. Go ahead, grab those weights. We're gonna go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1. Good, you got it. Y'all are rock stars. Again, isolating those biceps here. 3, 2, 1. Taking it straight into that next movement. Good, we're almost done with this set. Keep it up. Three, 2, 1. Setting that weight down, finishing out with those overhead tricep extensions. Good job, we're so close. Finishing out in 3, 2, 1. You can go ahead and set those weights down if you need to real quick. We're gonna move into that next set of 3 exercises. We're going to start out with a hammer curl. So grabbing both those weights, you're gonna keep them at your sides, and very similar to that bicep curl, we're going to lift them up, working the same muscles, but the difference is our palms are now facing inward towards our body instead of facing forward with those bicep curls. Same thing, wanna isolate those biceps. We got 45 here in 3, 2, 1. Breathing here, again, not using that body to help us get that weight up. Just really using those biceps, those guns. Good, keep it up. Good job, last few seconds here. Finishing in 3, 2, 1. Nice work. All right, next movement. We are going to actually hinge at those hips for this movement as if we were doing a deadlift. So hinging at those hips, you're gonna have those weights out at your sides, palms facing inward. What you're gonna do is you're gonna send one weight forward and one weight back. And you're just going to alternate which arm goes in front and which goes in the back. Again, we got 45 here in 3, 2, 1. Good, breathing here. I know how easy it can be to hold that breath when we exercise, but it's super important to remember to breathe. Good. Using that core to keep that back flat here. Nice work, keep it up. Last 2 seconds here, finishing in 3, 2, 1. Good job. Last movement of this set, we are going to do a deadlift straight into a upright row. So, again, hinging at those hips. You're gonna have those weights in front of you. Hinging at at those hips, bringing those weights down just below the knee and bringing it back up and straight into an upright row with those elbows high and pointed out. We got 45 here in 3, 2, 1. I really wish you guys could be here in person so I could see all of you and teach you guys in person, but I know you're all killing it wherever you are doing this exercise. And I'm so grateful that you're tuning in today to work out with me. Good, really focusing on that hinge for this exercise. Good, keep it up. Finishing in 3, 2, 1. Good, set those weights down for a hot minute. Grab water. We're gonna go back, do each of those just like that first set, each exercise for 20 seconds. All right. Remember, starting with that hammer curl, starting in 3, 2, 1. Good, we are close to finishing this arm workout, or the arm section of this workout. You are more than halfway through this class. You should be proud of yourself for the work you've put in so far, but we're not done yet. So you gotta keep working hard, keep pushing through to the end. Good, taking it to that second movement. Gotta keep on trucking. Awesome job. Finishing out with that deadlift into the upright row. Three, 2, 1. Nice. We're actually going to finish this arm section down on our mat. So if you'd like to join me, we will be finishing out with a lying bench press. So you can go ahead and grab those weights. And we're going to lie flat on that back. And you're going to lift those weights up high into the air. And then bring them down close to the chest and press it straight up. Just like if we were doing a bench press in the fitness center. We will be doing this movement for 60 seconds this time. And we'll be starting in 3, 2, 1. Almost done with the arm section. Modification for really any of these arm exercises, if you need to take it, you can always single out the movement if that is better for you, more comfortable for you. You can do that with the bicep curls, for the hammer curls, the shoulder press, really any arm exercise if you need to. Good, working those chest muscles here, those pecs. Almost done, you're so close to finishing the arm section. Keep it up, pushing through, strong till the end. Good, last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good job, go ahead and set those weights down. We will not be using them for the first little part of this ab section. Again, you can grab your breath, grab some water here if you need to. I'll be doing so. It's super important to stay hydrated. All right. Ready for the last section of this workout today? I hope you are. All right. We're going to start, same deal as with that arm section. So we got 2 sets of 3 exercises, 45 seconds to start for each, and then going back and doing each for 20 seconds. We are going to start this first set with a leg raise into a reverse crunch. So you're gonna lay flat on that back, and you're gonna go ahead and sit on those hands. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna send those legs out in front of you. You're gonna take it up to leg raise and then a reverse crunch. So you're going to lift that butt up using those core muscles to do so. And you're just gonna continue to do that for 45 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1. Working those six-pack muscles here. I know myself, I find it easy to hold my breath sometimes during ab exercises especially, so really being mindful of that if you are like me, and remembering to breathe here. Good, keep it up. Finishing in 3, 2, 1. We're gonna take it straight into some flutter kicks. So continuing to sit on those hands if that's comfortable for you. And you're just going to do some flutter kicks. We got 45 seconds starting in 3, 2, 1. Little tip, the closer to the ground that you do these flutter kicks, the more difficult it will be. So take that as you will. If you would like that little challenge today. Good. Last 2 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Good, best exercise for this set. We are going to do some alternating hand to toes. So you're gonna send those arms straight up over your head, those legs again out in the front, and you're just going to alternate opposite hand to opposite toes. We got 45 here, starting in 3, 2, 1. If at any point in time you need to set those legs down and take a quick rest, you can go ahead and do that. And as always, breathing here. Again, taking a rest if you need to at any point in time. Good. Finishing out in 3, 2, 1. Quick breather here. You can grab water if you need to. We're going to go back and do each of those for 20 seconds again. Good. Moving straight into it, starting with that leg raise into the reverse curl. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Good, straight into those flutter kicks. Again, working those six-pack muscles here. Gonna be looking like this situation by the end of this workout today. Good, keep it up. And finishing out with those alternating hand to toes. Breathing here. 3, 2, 1. Good job. We've got our last set of our workout today. You guys are so close to being done. All right, first exercise, we have some bicycle crunches. So shifting the focus, instead of working those six-pack muscles, we're actually going to be working those obliques now. So the side ab muscles. And we are going to start out with some bicycle crunches. So you're gonna put those hands behind the head, and you're just gonna alternate elbow to knee. You can either come back to the ground after each time you do this, or you can make it a continuous movement if you'd like. Either way, we'll be here for 45 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1. Being mindful with these ab exercises to not strain that neck too much, really just using those ab muscles to help us do these movements. Good. Looking strong. Looking good. Keep it up. Last few seconds here. Finishing in 3, 2, 1. Next movement, taking it straight into some penguins. So you're going to stay on that back. You're just going to alternate touching those heels with your fingers. For 45 here, starting in 3, 2, 1. Again, breathing here. Working those obliques. Good, keep it up. Finishing in 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Last movement for this set. We're going to do some Russian twists. So you can go ahead and grab one of those weights if you want. You do not have to if you don't want to. But we're going to take that weight, hold it out in front of us, and you can choose to either plant your feet for this movement, or you can lift them up if you'd like that added challenge. But what we're going to do is we're just going to twist from side to side, making this a really controlled and intentional movement. We've got 45 seconds here in 3, 2, 1. Really trying to twist that whole upper body, but again, making sure that it's controlled and intentional. Good. We're so close to being done with this class. You are doing an awesome job so far. I'm so proud of you. Keep it up. Good. Last few seconds here. Finishing in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, set that weight down. Grab water if you need to, grab your breath. Again, just like before, we're gonna go back and do those 3 exercises, 20 seconds each this time. It will be our last set for today. We'll be finishing with one more ab exercise, and then we're going to take it into that cool down. So, starting with those bicycle crunches. In 3, 2, 1. So close to the end. Putting in that hard work and finishing strong today. Giving it everything that you've got, whatever is left in the tank. Good, straight into those penguins. And finishing with that Russian twist. Again, if you want that added challenge, you can go ahead and raise those feet. If not, you can plant them if that's more comfortable. Although I would challenge you to push yourself, do something that scares you today. But if it is uncomfortable for you, then do not do it. Do what's most comfortable for you. All right, finishing out here. Last exercise for today, and then we're going to cool it down. So we're gonna switch back over to all fours. Actually, just kidding. We're going to take it into a plank. And what we're going to do is gonna take it up in that plank, and you're gonna walk it back up to a down dog, and you're gonna tap those toes with the opposite hand, walking it back out to a plank. and then alternating which hand goes to which toe. We have a minute here, starting in 3, 2, 1. Last exercise today. Give me everything that you got. With these planks, biggest thing is using that core to keep that body aligned properly, that back flat. We don't want any mountains and valleys when we do any kind of plank. Good, keep it up. I know it's hard. You might be tired after this workout, but I want you to give me what you got, everything that you got, till the last second. More than halfway done with this exercise. Breathing here. So close, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good job. We're going to go ahead and take it into that cool down. Bring that heart rate down after that workout. You can go ahead and take it straight into a child's pose, either a regular or wide-legged, whatever's more comfortable for you. And just taking a moment here to take a few deep breaths, relaxing that body, again lowering that heart rate. Good. Go ahead and bring one of those arms, and as I say in yoga, thread the needle here. Push it through that space between that other arm and your leg. Just stretching that arm out here. Again, just taking time to take a few deep breaths here. Good, go ahead and switch arms. You should be proud of the work that you put in today. I know I'm very proud of you, and I'm very glad that you decided to join me today. All right. We can go ahead and bring it up to a standing position. Oh, no, just kidding. We're gonna stay seated on that butt. You're gonna bring one leg over the other and then twist that body for a glute stretch. Giving those glutes some love after we put them through all that work today. Good, switching legs here. All right, now we're going to stand it up. Slowly stacking vertebrae by vertebrae as we rise up. Big shoulder roll at the top. You're just gonna gently take your head to one side with that hand for a neck stretch. Again, deep breaths here, calming that body down. All right, gently take it to that other side. Breathing in through those nostrils, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good, and just bring that neck, that head to the front. Upper shoulder rolls here to the front and to the back, or I guess I was just doing it to the back, so now it's to the front. Good, and take it to a wide-legged stretch, so bringing those feet out wide, taking it to one side. Stretching out those hamstrings. Good, into the middle. And to the other side. All right, standing it straight up here for a glute stretch. Bringing one leg or one foot into that hand, trying to keep those hips pushed out to the front and those knees touching together to really get a good stretch in that leg. Good, switching legs here. Breathing deeply here, relaxing that body. Good, and finishing out with an arm stretch, bringing one arm across your chest, grabbing above or below that joint, never on top of it. I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of their day and rest of their week. Go ahead, bring that arm back behind your head. Again, not grabbing right on that elbow joint. Good, and switching arms here. And finishing out, bring it back behind that head. And last but not least, big inhale up and clapping it down. Awesome job today. You should be proud of yourself. I'm super grateful that you clicked on this video and decided to do this workout with me. Again, my name was Emily. This was a 45-minute body sculpt class. And again, thank you for watching this video.